in roof fist and dicey trend. Roof fist is more of a stand-up sort of hip width type stance. It does have like back-weighted, a back-weighted posture, probably forward as well. It can have a side sort of narrow marbu, and I suppose it can also have the wider marbu going into elbow. So, all right, so we've got a fighting stance with the back heel raised, all right, like this sort of type posture, right? When I say posture, I mean it's probably where the hands and stuff are. The stance, when I mean stance, is probably more legs. So there's different postures and different stances, okay? Like I said, roof fist guard posture would be sort of like this, but it could also be front leg raised as well. So back heel raised. Alright, which probably harkens back to my Nippon karate days. Alright, also similar stuff in American Kempo. If we have the front foot raised, then that's obviously good for kicks. You know, however we're going to do them, etc. Right. About a hip width sort of stance. It's very, very Xingyi. This posture's like the Xingyi stance, so we can go forwards and back. Right, so we've got a back weighted stance. All right, in some of the ways and a posture. This way, back weighted. Back weighted again. Forward press stance as well. That's sort of Kempo, like a forward bow. That might just naturally happen sometimes, and yep, guards up. And that's when we might step back into this back weighted stance for a back fist. Come forward for the punch, you know. So there's these transitions between, like, if I'm doing a strike here, back fist, forward press, you know, I might go back into a back weighted strike or stance, it's depending. So predominantly roof fist, stand up. It can also be stand up just with knees bent, no foot off the ground as well. Just depends. Depends what I want, you know, or what I want to do. So the foot might raise off the ground if we're coming forward. If we're coming forward and striking with the arrow punch, you know, the back leg might be off the ground if we come in for classic sort of back fist stuff or punch. When I do these rolling strikes, I don't mind off angling into like a sort of back weighted front foot raise here, maybe into a press, forward press. You can sit in the back stance as well. So it's eclectic, and what feels it's going to be what feels good for you, and it's going to go on your body too. The power sort of stance, like a wide sort of marabou, you know, type stance, which sort of harkens back to old school karate as well. Sort of it's not the Kempo stance, it's more side on. This sort of stuff. Fist can be in the roo fist. In all of these stances too, we also have like this stance as well, which let's move to, so all of that we'd say was in roo fist, but roo fist predominantly is going to be back heel off the ground, front heel off the ground, back weighted, forward weighted or forward press. So back weighted, front foot off the ground, forward press, and like also a narrower type horse as well, like a really sort of quite narrow horse, right? Daishu Chuan, the more martial kung fu type, or the art form, and I would say, I'm still working out if roo fist has, of course it's going to have the roo stance, so scratch that. Roo fist also has the roo stance, you know, which is quite sort of, which is sort of back weighted and springy. Postures here. They can also be sort of quite an angry, close to the body, sort of power, like deriving power from the push-pull movements. So here, like the classic bar G type movements, using the hips. I'm not super warm at the minute. I haven't really warmed up. I was just sort of showing the stances, so I'm not going to go crazy. Anyway, so the Daishu Chuan, it has the resting roo, right? It has the back weighted, like sort of more, I don't know, more flowy sort of stuff in a way. What else? It has like the wide arrow stances, like the power sort of generating strikes, like more your classic sort of kung fu type stuff. It would have like also like a half horse, because you're transferring the weight across, sort of thing. So it'd have like a half horse. It also has like transitional type movements, like with the, and I suppose that's another thing too, there's transitional movements between like certain stances and stuff. So even with like the roo fist, if I've done a strike and then I come into like a stomp, it's the transitional movement. So there's like transitional movements, I suppose, within the Daishu Chuan. Like you might do this sort of stuff, you know, or the front leg, possibly. Just setting up for maybe sidekick. You'd say the cat or roo stance type thing is also a transitional movement. What else? Yeah, so Daishu probably have like, yeah, I suppose that's like it could have a drop type stance as well, which you know, sort of, because there's probably classical budgie trend type techniques in it. You know, you might do sort of windmilly type movements. I don't know. I'm still working on that, and that's sort of more piquois. And that's something else that's in it too, like, which I don't really advertise as much as the piquois, like the whipping hands. It's like a monkey or orangutan or some sort of monkey, some sort of ape, I think, type movement. It's known as like the splitting palm, and you've got like the arms are like boneless whips type thing. That's all a lot of this sort of coming in, striking out stuff.